Hi. Patience with me as I set up for this live. I will release this pattern set on Etsy this week, and so I wanted to make a video showing how to make this from start to finish and to have it here on YouTube for people to watch. So as we get started, just a couple of things to keep in mind. This pattern uses 14 pairs of bobbins, so that's 28 bobbins total. The design features 5 cathedral window spiders, but you can use the regular spiders are also included, and I've included tape lace. So there's a lot to take a look at to create some pretty bookmarks. And let's see, we'll see. Sorry about that. So this is just, yeah, we'll see how it goes, how being on a live goes, how I like it, and if you like it too. So here we go. To begin, you will start with your outside color. We're going to work the outside color all the way down to the edges. So you need 2 of your outside color to begin with. And if anything I'm saying doesn't make sense to you at the beginning, please go and watch my my beginner series to help you learn how to do the basics. And so this is one way that you can start. When it starts with a triangle point, this is one way that you can start. So you put 2 pairs on, you're going to twist both of them, and then do a whole stitch. I'm twisting twice and placing my pins, and that way I can work my way down with these colors. So on the pattern it says hang 2, but actually you're working them all the way down. So now I would like to go kind of backwards in color. I'm going to do a rainbow so that you can see what it is that I'm doing the whole time. So let me do this one more time in case you haven't seen adding before. So for each pin, you will need 1 of them hanging down, and I want this purple one to be hanging down because I'm going to have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, or well, violet, blue and purple. And so I want this purple one to be hanging there. And when I want it to be hanging down in the middle, I'm going to work it across. So both of these have a twist. And we do a whole stitch. And now this one will be hanging down in the middle. So twist twice, place my pin, twist again, and now I need the next color, which is blue. And again, I want my blue to be hanging down in the middle and the red worked all the way down the side. So both of these have a twist, and then I just secure it with a whole stitch, twist twice, place my next pin, twist, and now I want my next color. This thread that I'm working with is green linen thread that I purchased at the castle down the road from where I live. And again, I want that green in the middle, so I have to work it across. Both have a twist, full stitch, twist twice, place my pin, and twist. And now the next color, yellow. So I'm just repeating the same thing over and over as I work my way down. And now orange. Twist, place my pin. And now the outside edge is going to have 2 reds. Here's my little lace maker slip knot. Oop, it's still a little bit too long. Hey Mocha, thanks for the comment. Might read some comments as I'm working. And now I'm going to just gonna secure this, the edge one out of the way. And I do that, you'll see me do this sometimes while I'm working, because then I don't have to try to figure out where it is, the one that I need there. And now I'm gonna do the same thing all the way across. And you can see I've worked this red thread all the way down and throughout the pattern. And so I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to use a different kind of bobbin on this side, partially just so that you can see where the bobbins are going, maybe a little bit better. And again, I want the purple one to be hanging down on the inside, so I'm going to work it this way. Let me make sure I have 2 twists. I feel like I do, but yep, I do. Okay. Twist, twist. 1, 2. And twist. Next color. Oh my god, a couple of them. There you go. Two twists and pin. Next color. And again, I'm working this red thread all the way down to the end. Adjust the length of this one a little bit. I want the orange to be worked into the middle. 1, 2. And now I'm at the edge, so I'm adding an extra red. And I'm gonna have a pin to hold this one out of my way while I'm working. Okay. And now to begin, we're going to work our way towards this spider. And the spider, let me move this over so we can see a little better in the middle a bit. So I need to work all the way down, and then I'll be ready to make this spider in the middle. And so I will be working with a double torch and lace ground stitch. So I'm joining here. I'm going to twist it twice and then do a little stitch and put my pin in and then close the stitch. And then I work my way down. And if you don't know how to make this stitch yet, please check out my beginner tutorials. measured 1.5 meters for each pair of bobbins, but I know that it's more than I need. 1 meter is about how much we would actually need for this pattern per bobbin. Not per bobbin, per pair of bobbins. And now I'm going to work my way down this way. When you pull on your bobbins, it's called tensioning. And you pull your bobbins to make sure that your thread is hanging down the right way. Okay, we're already at the first of the cathedral window spiders, and so you can set these up. I won't need this one yet. I will need this. I'm going to give it one twist. I'm going to give each of these pairs in the middle one twist, and then they'll be ready for me. I'll need that one a little bit later. Okay, and then I'm going to work, there we go, make sure you can see. I'm going to work this pair all the way across. And tension, help pull it up. And now I'm going to work this pair all the way across. And I have one more pair to work across. And now I'm going to tension and pull all of these up to that middle pinhole and tension everything. Make sure that everything is hanging down properly. And so you can also see that these have switched places. So this pair of bobbins, it's okay, Suzanne. Suzanne says, oh, I missed the start. I'm planning on keeping this on YouTube so you can watch it again. Yeah? Okay. So they've switched places. And now to make the cathedral window, I'm going to work this pair across backwards. I'm going to twist this once because I twisted these once. And now this pair across, back, and twist, and these also, and twist. And now I'm going to join this edge of the window 2 twists in between here. I only have 1 twist around the window, but I have 2 twists in between my regular pattern where I'm joining it up again. One, two, and this has 1. Okay, now I'm ready to do the same for the other side. I'm going to work this pair across. One twist. Go a little bit slower so you can see what my hands are doing. Let me adjust the length of this a little bit. Technically, this little groove is meant to hold the slip knot, but I tend to not use it very much. Okay, so this, I'm working my way across, and this line will have 2 twists. This will have 1 because it's still part of the spider. Oh, hi, Belle. I'm looking at the comments. Thank you. 2 twists. This has 1 because it's still part of the spider. So another little tip that I have for you is to take this pin out before you have the spider complete if you want it to not have too much of a point in the middle. So this has 2. That has 1. And now I will join the bottom part and close this spider. There we go. I'm going to pull it closer so you can see. Ooh. Okay, now I'm going to work my way towards the next spider. And if you're watching on a replay, feel free to skip ahead to whichever part you need to see. I'm working on my Galician bobbin lace pillow, and it's set up on a stand that my husband built for me. There we go. And this pattern will be live in my Etsy shop this week, most likely tomorrow, Monday. So go take a look over there if patterns are something you're interested in. Oop. You can hear my husband in the background, maybe. He's gonna start a fire in the fireplace. We've had a bit of a rainy couple of days. But the potatoes are starting to come in. Had a break in the rain today, and the bees were really happy, flying around, busy. And we've had a little population explosion with one of our beehives. So I think in a couple of weeks or next month we'll be splitting one of our beehives. Okay, I'm already at, let me adjust the length of this. I'm already at the next spider on this side. This spider is a little bit smaller than the previous one. The pattern set comes with 4 spider bookmarks, 4 spider patterns, and 2 torch and strip lace patterns as well, like ribbon lace. So if it's a pattern that you enjoy making, you can just make yards of it, meters of it. Please let me know in the comments if you also watch me on TikTok when I go live, and let me know in the comments if you do try this pattern out and how it goes. On my TikTok lives, I can help answer questions as well. Hey, Osha. Thank you for your comment. Okay, I'm at the next spider. So when you're making spiders, you just need to have the top sides ready. You will have to have made this part. And then you can work your spider. So let me set this one up. This one's a little bit smaller. So I'm doing one twist on each pair. But it's the same concept. You know, work all of these this way, all of those that way. And now I can put a pin in the middle and tension everything. Make sure everything's hanging the way that it should. And then I can work going the opposite direction. One twist each, and grab the next color. And this will have two twists, and this will have one. Inside the spider, I'm using just one twist for the legs. Oh, Osha, thank you for letting me know. I'm always scared that my face is too close to the mic and that I'm yelling. But this setup is a little bit different than how I'm set up for TikTok. Thank you, Osha. Oh, I appreciate that so much. This is the first time I've ever been live on YouTube, so it's a learning process. Now I'm going to work this one across backwards, back, and one twist. And now these ones, and now I can work this down. So again, this is part of the regular ground pattern, so it has two twists, and this is part of the spider leg, so it has one twist. And I'm going to start pulling pins so you can see the pattern maybe better. A question I get asked a lot is, how do you know when you can start pulling the pins? And some of it is just experience and knowing your pattern. I will keep everything along the bottom, everything along the top and the sides, and I keep about maybe half an inch to an inch always in my pattern, depending how big the pattern is. And that way everything that I need to stay in place stays in place. Osha, send me a link to your tab and I'll have to check it out. Okay, now I can work my way down to the next cathedral window spider. Thank you for the comment. think my husband is cooking. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. I'm going to, whoops, excuse me. I'm going to adjust the height of this. This is one reason why I like to use the foam underneath, because I can just pick up the entire pattern and move it and make it a little bit more comfortable. And as soon as I'm done with this tutorial, then I will be able to take a picture of this as an example for my pattern set And yeah, maybe I can actually get the patterns set online right away after I'm done with this live. The pattern set is available then on my Etsy shop for a digital download with not just this pattern. There will be 4 bookmark patterns in it, as well as tape lace and ribbon lace patterns. And kits are coming at the end of the week as well, for those who would like to have pre-measured threads and the physical pattern mailed to you. So it's a Galicia bee on Etsy as well. show you 2 ways that you can end this bookmark. Okay, nearly done. Okay. I'm going to pull this up again just so that it's easier for me to keep it in the screen. Sorry that my arm is in the way there. Okay, I just need to work these two down. And then I'll show you 2 simple ways that you can finish this book. Okay, now the simplest way to end the bookmark is to just go and knot each of your pairs. And with the other way that I will show you, I always knot these here anyway, so for both ways you can just knot these at the ends. tip. If you still need your thread to be on your bobbin, but you're running low, just use a little piece of washi to help hold that end in place. So it doesn't slip all the way off, because you only need it for just a little bit longer here. Okay, so you can just cut these and leave a little tail. And the other thing that I like to do, another way that I like to work these, is to work a cloth stitch all the way back to the middle. So how I do that, or well, one way that you can do that is starting at the last pair, work it back to the middle as a cloth stitch. Okay, I can take these off now because they don't, I'm not going to use them again. Don't have to take them off, but it's fine to take them off. So I'm going to take them off because it will make the last part where I'm tying the knots a little bit easier. And now I'm going to work the next one in line all the way back in a cloth stitch. And now I don't need these to be on here anymore either. So I'm just gonna take them off. A little piece of washi stuck to me. Okay, there we go. And now I take the next one in line and work my way back. And again, I don't need these to be here, so I'll just remove them. Okay, I'm going to use these ones in a little bit to tie the ends. So I'll leave these like this while I work my way the other way. These purple ones in the middle, I can also take these off right away. Actually, I can take all of them off. Even the blue ones. But so all of these will be pulled taut. Make sure that they're nice and taut. I'm going to take the thread off here as well on these. I will be using the blue threads to tie the end together. Okay, so I'm just going to make a simple knot here, making sure that I missed something. I can see that there's some back there that aren't included, so I'm going to undo this little knot. I missed some. There we go. That one needs to be in there. There we go. Now it's in there. Is there another one? I think I have it. Okay. There is a red thread that made its way out. So making sure that this is all pulled nice and tight. And now make a little loop here. And again, all the way around. Yeah, I'm gonna make a knot right here. And then I'm gonna pull two of those blue strands in. And if you made friendship bracelets as a kid, you'll recognize this. Yeah? So you do this kind of slow motion-ish. Have all of them except these two. It's going around, and I'm grabbing it like this. To make this little tail and to hold everything together. And how long you make the tail is really up to you. So whatever you think looks nice. And then again, it's completely up to you where you want to cut things. So. And there you have it. Now you can take out your pins and enjoy your bookmark. So if you do use my patterns, please let me know in the comments. If you just used this video to fall asleep because you like the sound of the bobbins, let me know that too. And thank you for those of you who were able to join me and be here while I was working live. And come see me on TikTok. Thanks, everybody. Bye.